So right now, I want to share this hunk of stud muffin book with you, which is Carolyn Brown, Cowboy Rebel, a Longhorn Canyon novel. A wild cowboy with a big heart. Having lost his best friend in a motorcycle accident, Taggart Baker wants to make every moment count. No dare is too dangerous, no adventure too crazy for this cowboy, but after one bad brush with the law, he realizes it's time to ditch his hooligan friends and grow up. Now he's running his own ranch next to the Longhorn Canyon spread in Texas. Still, no one would ever call him tame. Nikki Grady has worked too hard for her nursing license just to throw it all away for some reckless cowboy who shows up in her emergency room after a barroom brawl. But she can't help being drawn to Tag's sense of humor and those crystal blue eyes. The more they spend time together, the more she sees good in his heart. Yeah, honey, well, there's probably not much good. But just as Tag seems ready to settle down for good, his troubled past comes calling, and this time he won't be able to walk away so easily. And it also has a bonus story of a wedding on Lavender Hill. We're going to take this one first, though, Cowboy Rebel. What I love is how the author, Carolyn Brown, uses various country music songs to bring the flavor of emotions in each situation. We meet Taggart's, quote, Tag Baker, getting involved in a bar fight. The song matched the moment. Singer Trace Adkins whoop a man's bleep while involving himself in defending a woman against a bully, only to find out that the bully is the woman's husband. A trip to the emergency room he will be under the care of Dr. Richards and nurse Nikki Grady. He tries to ask her out. She turns him flat down. On page 9 is a conversation between Nikki and co-worker Rosemary, which is cute. Did I hear you turn that man down when he asked you out for a date? Are you bat crap crazy? Rosemary asked. You're married and you have 4 kids, Nikki said, and I'm on a diet too, but that don't mean I don't stare in the window at the candy store. Rosemary laughed. Oh, there's another good-looking cowboy out there in the waiting room who says he's here for Tag. Want me to let him come on back? I'll get him if you keep Sue Ann pacified on the other for another minute. Tag's twin brother Hudson stood up, and how bad is it this time? Stitches on his jaw, the cut was deep, and Doc's taking care of him right now. So, now we know what caused it. The story revolves around really 2 things. A checklist that Taggart has for Tim McGraw's song, Live Like You Were Dying. And Nikki's had a painful past with her parents, experienced the loss of a death with her brother, and trust issues become because of family and the bad romance. Nikki is scared of Tag and the possibility of romance. She tells him basically, finish your checklist, then I'll date you. On page 279, I know, I'm really skipping over this one, so you know what kind of review it's probably going to get. 279. Maverick and Tag are discussing feelings and women. Maverick is a ranch hand and read at the thing and stop at the thing. Okay. Did you tell Bridget that you loved her? This is what Tag is telling Maverick. Tag tugged a knit shirt over his head. No, I didn't. And that was a mistake for sure. I thought it should be 6 months, so I didn't say the words. But when we got home and I was moping around like a lovesick puppy, Ma'am told me I hadn't showed my Irish blood one bit, and she was disappointed in me. She said, when everything clicks with a woman, then there will be no doubt in your mind. It will overtake you like a web around a cocoon. It will calm you, and it will inspire you. I lost my Bridget. Don't you make the same mistake. Ah, where do they make these cowboys? I'm telling you, girls. Okay. Nikki needs guidance, so she goes again and talks with Rosemary on page 282. Nikki gave a rundown of her week, ending with, how do you know when you can fully trust someone? I've tried it a couple of times and got burned. First of all, you ask yourself if that person ever give you a reason not to trust him. Has he lied to you? Has he cheated on you? That kind of thing. Then you ask yourself, what is it that makes you distrust him? If that's what if it's that fool that you let into your life and then found out he was married, it's not fair to you or the cowboy. My granny used to call that judging one person by another's half bushel. Never did figure out what all that meant, Rosemary said. Makes sense to me. Nicky stood up. How do you know that? Rosemary asked. I hear sirens. And so, this is a cute story, but some questions to make you pick up the book. Who was Billy Tom? Why is Nicky adult napped? Did Tag ever complete his checklist? Did Nicky and Tag date? Did Nicky work through her past problems? The first book, Cowboy Rebel, gets a 6. It's not off the charts grand, but it kept me interested in turning the pages, which is something I look forward to. Stay tuned because the second one, A Wedding on Lavender Hill by Annie Raines, was outstanding. You're going to want to listen to that review.